If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
This is a presentation of high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. High school football broadcasts are presented by Next Ag Appraisal and Realty, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Spyman Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, Southeast Community College, Members Owned Credit Union, Doane University, Sunbelt Rentals, NDOT Highway Safety Office, and Play It Again Sports. Now, calling all the action, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
Welcome in to Memorial Stadium. Happy Tuesday morning from the West Side Press Box here as we get you ready for the Class C-1 state championship between the number 1 seed, the Wahoo Warriors, and the number 3 seed, Boone Central, as both these teams come into this one undefeated at a perfect, unblemished record, and one of them will go home as the C1 state champion. Once again, Nick Sainert joining you. No Jay Foreman today, so Chris Raff filling in for these first two games. Raffy, what's up?
Not too much. Just a day of football. It's not too chilly out. A little brisk, but
I was telling Jay last night. Obviously, last night in the Class B title game that saw Bennington win 21-0 over Scott Catholic. Just a complete performance from the Bennington Badgers from start to finish. But last night we had the mist. We had to be dealing with the mist a little bit. The wind blowing from the north towards the south end zone here at Memorial Stadium. The wind's a little more prevalent today than it was last night, but it's a perfect day, and it feels like fall football. Not a cloud in the sky, but the wind is definitely going to be a factor.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want to be throwing the ball when you're going north to south, because that south to north, it's probably going to be a little rough to throw the ball today.
So for the Wahoo Warriors, I mentioned it, they came into the playoffs 9-0, similar to Boone Central, and obviously have won both of their games to get to the state championship in the first round. They beat Scotus Central Catholic, blanked them 46-0. Then they followed that up with a close 12-7 win against Broken Bow. And then another shutout performance against Sydney, 21-0 in the state semifinals. For Boone Central, who came into the C1 playoffs as the number 2 seed, Boone Central 9-0 once again going into the playoffs, then got their 10th win of the season in a 49-7 fashion over Columbus Lakeview, then topped off Auburn 56-7, and then was able to upset, in a way, a C1 powerhouse in recent years, and that's Ashland Greenwood, who had just had one loss. So to that point in 2023, they beat the Ashland Greenwood team 21-14 in the state semifinals, and that's how we got here to the C1 state championship game between Wahoo and Boone Central. This one's going to be a really good one. Both these teams familiar with the state playoffs, but not familiar in very recent years with the state championship game. By the way, this is the Next Ag Appraisal and Realty pregame show. If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. I mentioned it for the Wahoo Warriors. They have not won a state championship since 2019. They've only been to one state championship game before this, and that was in that 2019 year when they won the C1 title in 2019. So it's going to be a good one here tonight as Boone Central trying to knock off what is the number 1 seed. But as I mentioned, both these teams with an undefeated record here in 2023. Bennington, by the way, one thing I forgot to mention last night on the Class B broadcast, 3 straight state titles. We mentioned that, but 39 straight wins for the Bennington Badgers, and head coach Cam Lenhart, just an unbelievable kind of dynasty, if you will, for the Bennington Badgers football program as they were able to beat Scott Catholic last night. We got a good couple of games for you coming up today. We're going to have Class C1, obviously, in just a couple minutes. Class C2 coming your way around 2:30, 2:45. And then the nightcap Class A state football championship game between the number 1 seed Omaha Westside Warriors and the number 3 seed Elkhorn South Storm later tonight at 7:15 p.m. This one should be a good one. We'll be right back in a few minutes with kickoff in the Class C1 title game between Wahoo and Boone Central right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, I get all kinds of buffet questions. Here's one from Cole.
Is there a real cactus in your cactus bread?
Great question, Cole. No, there is no cactus in our cactus bread, just sweet cinnamony streusel. It's on our buffet every day, along with pizza, chicken, ice cream, and all your other favorites. Even better, at least for your parents, kids eat free on Tuesday nights. And don't worry, Cole, there's no coal in our coleslaw either.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Elway Power Sports of Lincoln will have you scoring big on savings with up to $3,000 off CF Moto side-by-sides and ATVs. Whether you're looking for a work-tough U-Force or a performance-ready Z-Force, CF Moto has a machine made for you all under one roof at our new 27th and I-80 location. And don't miss our Black Saturday sales event on November 25th with doorbusters and specials throughout the store. Visit our website, elwaypslincoln.com, for more details.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainert, Chris Raff back with you from Memorial Stadium as we're getting ready for the Class C1 title game between Wahoo and Boone Central, number 1 versus number 2 seeds here in Class C1. Let's wrap up the Next Tag Appraisal and Realty pregame show with this. The Wahoo Warriors led at quarterback by Jace Kaminsky. Listen to these statistics, folks. Jace Kaminsky, 89 of 143 through the air, just shy of 1,500 passing yards this season, 17 touchdowns, just 3 INTs for the sophomore quarterback, Jace Kaminsky, trying to lead the Wahoo Warriors to their first state title since 2019. He can also do it a little bit with his legs. 65 carries for 225 and 5 rushing touchdowns. He has also a partner in crime in the backfield, Noah Bordovsky, 187 carries, 977 rushing yards, and 19 rushing touchdowns this season for the Wahoo running back. Both these teams extremely complete, both offensively. They score a lot of points, or they're capable of scoring a lot of points, but then defensively shut the opponent down. Wahoo this season has only allowed a total of 58 points, and you say that's pretty good, but Boone Central is just 5 points behind them. They've only allowed 63 total points all season long. Both these teams complete from start to finish. This should be a really good one, Chris.
Something's got to give today, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. We saw a really complete. I mean, we saw 2 complete teams. Obviously, that's why they're in the state championship. Last night, Bennington came in only averaging or giving up 93 total points all season long. Good for about 7 points per game. These 2 teams, I mean, well below that.
That is crazy. That is some defense right there.
So appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Once again, it's a full day of state football coverage as we'll have C1 right now, C2 at 2:45 between Norfolk Catholic and Ord. And then at 7:15 p.m., it's Omaha West Side versus Elkhorn South. And Raph will join me for the C2 matchup, but then Amon Green hangs out with me tonight at 7:15 p.m. So we're getting ready to get underway here as it looks like Boone Central will kick things off to start to the Wahoo Warriors. Warriors wearing blue helmets with yellow or gold jerseys and then white pants, and they field the kick at the 9-yard line, run towards the left side. Here's the return man taken down just shy of the 30-yard line at the 29. That was Landon Fye, the sophomore wide receiver and defensive back. And it's our first look at the Wahoo offense, led by, once again, the sophomore quarterback, Jace Kaminsky, going into this aggressive wind coming out of the north.
It's going to be interesting to see with that wind coming from north to south there. I doubt you'll see much passing to start, but his statistics throughout the year have shown that he will throw the ball. So
So once again, the running back to watch in the backfield for Wahoo, lined up to the left of Kaminsky. They'll send a guy in motion, now turn, hand it off right side. And a short gain there on the play by number 22, Noah Bordovsky. We talked about it, the junior running back. This Wahoo offense obviously has a lot of things to be excited about for the near future. Sophomore quarterback, junior running back, who's the leader on this offense. A couple of young wide receivers. Landon Fye, the returner, was just a sophomore. There's a lot of young talent on this Wahoo team.
Oh, look at this formation, Nick.
So a little bit of an unconventional formation. Now they'll motion out of it into a more traditional set. 2 wideouts left side as Bordovsky's to the right hip of Kaminsky. He'll turn, hand it off. Bordovsky just goes right into the pile, and he goes nowhere. Gain of 1 on the play makes it 3rd down and about 6.5 yards from the 32-yard line. They'll have to get to the 39 or so. And in the opening minute of game time here, it's a 3rd and long coming up for the Wahoo offense. So when you're looking at this Boone Central defense, once again, 63 total points allowed all season long. Wahoo can score with the best of them as Kaminsky rolls out to his right, getting pressure off the edge. Throw, underthrown as he got hit as soon as he let go of that ball by number 5, Hank Hudson, the senior linebacker, and it's an early 3 and out for the Boone Central defense.
Yep, good pressure there. He was on him right away, just give him no time to set his feet.
Mm-hmm. We saw that last night. A lot of times we'll see quarterbacks obviously roll out at this high school level. It gives them an opportunity to make a play in space. A lot of them also can make plays with their feet, like Jace Kaminsky can, and that time he tried to get it to his tight end that was out in space and just underthrew him as he was hit as soon as he let go of it. So now a line drive punt, takes a friendly Wahoo bounce, fielded off the 1 hop, makes a cutback, does number 6 for Boone Central, James Fogelman, but he goes nowhere as a nice tackle made on the play by number 9, Alex Borchers. And so now it's going to be our first look at the Boone Central offense. James Fogelman, number 6, who actually doubled as the punt returner there, is the quarterback. 12 touchdowns through the air, 5 INTs this year for Fogelman. Fogelman on the ground, 619 rushing yards from the quarterback spot for 13 scores simply on the ground today. So we might see a little bit more of a rushing attack. Parker Borer in the backfield, almost 1,900 rushing yards. He gets the carry on first down. A hit immediately outside the numbers. Nice tackle made on the play by number 5, Eli Shada. So a nice job there. But once again, Parker Borer, 214 carries for 1,877 rushing yards this season and 23 rushing touchdowns.
That's a season right there.
Yeah, for the senior running back, listed at 5'10", 180 pounds, and he'll be lined up to the left hip of the quarterback, Fogelman. Going left to right from our vantage point here in the west press box and going towards the south end zone here at Memorial Stadium is Boone Central. They'll hand it off once again to Borer. Goes nowhere. Nice job sniffing it out by the Wahoo front 4. Number 31, Harrison Krieger, was able to make the stop there, and it brings up a similar situation that we saw from Wahoo on offense, 3rd down and 8.
It'd be interesting to see how long they wait to take a shot. Up top there, they're playing man-to-man, and you got the wind at your back. You got to think that sooner or later they will take a shot.
So now they'll come out shotgun formation. 3rd down and 8, ball on their own 39-yard line. Opening minutes of this one here in quarter number 1. Fogelman rolls out to his left, surveying. May have missed a hold on the edge, but he goes down regardless. Back at the 30-yard line, number 20, Barrett LaValle, was able to probably break through a hold on the left tackle there, Raph, and still force Fogelman to the ground back at their own 31-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down and long and a Boone Central punt.
Yeah, that was one of those times where pressure probably affected it because he had the out at the top, but did not get rid of it in time. So
there you have it. Is after Boone Central forced a 3 and out by the Wahoo offense, there go 3 and out in their own right. So now they'll have to punt this one away. It may have gotten tipped, but it's a very low line drive, and it bounces over the head of the return man. And how about this? This one's going to roll all the way down to the 1 yard line.
My goodness, the wind.
And so you saw that one as it was a low line drive. We saw it last night as well. Jay and I did. where if you have the wind at your back, you can really get some mustard on it. And they did so there, a lone line drive. It bounced over the Wahoo return man around the 30-yard line, number 32, Kip Brigham. And then it bounced all the way and rolled and
I think it even might have got
somersaulted
tipped.
inside the 5.
Tipped.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That wind is strong.
So that's a really big momentum shift, because now this tough and stout Boone Central defense will have to force Wahoo to go 99.5 yards if they want to find the end zone. Wahoo, they once again went 3 and out on their first drive of the game. 8:23 to play, first quarter. If you're just now hanging out with us, we'll have 3 games for you today on the ticket. Class C-1, obviously. Class C-2 coming up at 2:45 between Norfolk Catholic and Ord. And then at 7:15 p.m., it's number 3 seed Elkhorn South, who beat the number 2 seed Millard South 2 Fridays ago in the state semis against the number 1 seed in the unblemished, the perfect and extremely talented and experienced Omaha Westside Warriors. And so one thing that's important to mention also, if you were unable to listen to the game last night, in the state championship games, they do have instant replay. They have replay review. And with that, media timeouts and TV timeouts are aplenty. So
I love how the Wahoo tries to disguise their formations. They come out in these formations.
And so they'll be 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line. Kaminsky in the shotgun. He'll motion a tight end in motion. Now hand it off. And a big hole up the middle. And here he goes. Noah Bordovsky across the 30-yard line and down at the 32. Noah Bordovsky with a 31, make it a 32-yard run up to the 33-yard line on first down. Move the chains, and Wahoo can breathe.
We almost saw something that this stadium has not seen since Gale Sayers back in, I think it was like 62, 63, a 99-yard touchdown run.
So this Cardinals defense for Boone Central giving up a big play. Now a jet sweep across from right to left. Missed tackle on the numbers, and now on the run, the left side, tackled out of bounds. Number 11, Sam Edmonds. Making the tackle was Brogan Benish for Boone Central. Nice gain on first down on the jet sweep from top to bottom, from right to left. And it's going to be 2nd down and 5 now on the Wahoo 38-yard line. So once again, we mentioned it, Noah Bordovsky coming into this game with a lot of rushing yards. Noah Bordovsky this season with 977 yards, now over the 1,000 mark this season after that 33-yard run. Now Kaminsky in the shotgun, turns, hands it off. Noah Bordovsky, right side, following the block, and he goes nowhere. Great tackle made on the play there on the edge by number 54 for Boone Central, Nathaniel Werner. That brings up 3rd down and medium, 3rd down and 5, an opportunity for Boone Central to get off the field here.
Yeah, after giving up that long run. I really like the way they group tackle. You don't see a lot of just one-on-one tackles. It's usually 4 or 5 of them.
Hank Hudson, the Boone Central leading tackler, coming in with 94 tackles, was also in on the stop on that 2nd down play. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Empty shotgun set. They'll motion a man from top to bottom. Now trips on the left side. Kaminsky all the way back in the backfield by himself. Quick pass out to Bordovsky. He tries to split 2 defenders, barrels his way forward, and I think he's going to be about a yard and a half short across the 40-yard line at the 41, make it the 42. So it'll be 4th down and 1, and now it's decision time for the Wahoo Warriors and head coach Chad Fox. And it looks like they may put their defense on the field. They're going to punt this one away.
Punt. That's an interesting decision there, because you know that this probably is not going to be a high-scoring game.
So field position game then, Raph.
Definitely. So you have to go with the punt there.
So with 5:55 and counting remaining in the opening quarter, Wahoo's on the field to punt from their own 42-yard line. We did see a fake punt last night that worked for Omaha Skutt. It didn't result in points, obviously, as they got shut out, but it worked and converted the first down. Great job rushing to the ball by the Wahoo Warriors at the 25-yard line on the return by Brant Benish. But nice job making the tackle by number 5, Eli Shada, the sophomore tight end, making the tackle on the punt coverage.
I think we're going to see a blocked punt before this game's through.
So with 5:36 to go in the first quarter, Boone Central, the Cardinals offense, will take over at their own 26, make it the 26-yard line. Once again, this Wahoo defense only allowed 58 total points. Have only allowed 647 passing yards all season long. It's a remarkable statistic as they'll send a man in motion, now handed off to the running back off the left side, right up the middle. He'll go nowhere. Nice job on the tackle made by number 55 for Wahoo. Eli Emerson was the first guy in there. Also in on the stop, number 53, Jake Scanlon, and number 31, Harrison Krieger. No gain on the play, makes it 2nd down and 10 from the 26-yard line of Boone Central. They faked the handoff there to number 10, Brant Benish, and handed it off instead to their main back, Parker Borer. Now they'll give it to Benish on a little jet toss, and he gets across the 30-yard line. Nice gain on 2nd down, and that makes it 3rd down and much more manageable here at the 31, gain of 5. Scoreboard says it's 3rd and 54. That's a
little long.
Little long there. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Ball is going to be on mark it 3rd and 6. They marked it only at the 30-yard line. How about that? They set the football down, and the wind blew it on the ground. It started rolling on the ground from right to left across towards the numbers. Nobody was even in the vicinity of it, so they have to re-spot it. And here we go. Ball on the 30-yard line, 3rd down and 6. With 4.5 to go in the opening quarter of play. Still scoreless between Boone Central and Wahoo. They'll send Benish in motion, fake his handoff. Now the quarterback will keep it with a little bit of running room. There he goes across the 40-yard line, down at the 41. A nice run by James Fogelman, the senior quarterback, as he kind of just followed his blockers and was patient with it, and he got it for 8 yards.
Good use of motion there. Kind of gets the linebackers looking one way and then coming back and running that quarterback keeper underneath.
So now that'll move the chains. First down of the day. First down, I should say, of the day for Boone Central here. 1st and 10 from their 41. They'll hand it off. Parker Borer up the middle. Great shoestring tackle made on the play by the guy coming off the edge, number 26, Caden Smart. As that now brings up 2nd down and 10. And Wahoo, they're going to have to be disciplined, especially with gaps and stuff like that, as Borer can break one. 1,900 yards rushing on the season, 23 rushing touchdowns. He's no stranger to pay dirt. And so now 2nd down and 10 as we're inside 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. So 2nd down and 10 from the 41-yard line. They'll turn, hand it off. This is Borer right side. Sheds one with a stiff arm. Now spins off another one. And what a hit by number 53, Jake Scanlon. And Raff, how about this in the first quarter with 3 minutes left? I think we have to have that be our Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy hit of the game, as Jake Scanlon came in, lowered that right shoulder into the helmet of Parker Borer. Once again, that's the Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy hit of the game. Visit them just 1 block east of 70th and Pioneers.
That just looked like a middle linebacker hit the way he came there wearing that number 53. Man, that was a hit.
So that brings up 3rd down and 8. Ball on the 43-yard line, 2 wideouts each side. Shotgun set for Fogelman. He fumbles the snap, is able to retain it, and now we have a stoppage in play. I think they're going to say Fogelman dropped to a knee.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's
so
what it was.
Fogelman dropped to a knee when he picked up that loose ball, and that's going to be detrimental because he was going to roll out to the right, and there was a lot of open turf on this right side of the field, but instead it's going to be 4th down and 13, and Boone Central will be forced to punt it back to the Warriors.
Remember last time they got that roll down to the 1. You definitely don't want the ball to hit the turf today, because if it does, it's going.
So Wahoo will put 2 guys back deep, standing at their 25, now the 30-yard line as they take a couple steps up. Great block on the punt, but this punt's now shanked out of bounds, and this is going to be big for Wahoo as they'll take the step forward, and it's going to be near midfield. How about this? They're going to say it went out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. And so Wahoo, going into this wind, will catch a break. Instead, on the previous possession, we saw an unbelievable punt that rolled all the way inside the 5, down inside the 1. Instead, this one is going to be kicked off the side of the right foot, and it goes out of bounds at the 50-yard line, and that's where Wahoo will set up shop with 1:55 to go. trying to get into that north end zone here in the first quarter. So you have Noah Bordovsky to the right hip of Jace Kaminska. Now they'll reverse end around. This is Landon Fye, and a great tackle made on the play in the backfield, back at the 46-yard line by Brant Benish. We've seen him make a couple plays offensively, but now Brant Benish able to shut down the edge as Fye was trying to get outside the numbers on the far side of the field. A great pursuit and tackle by Brant Benish.
Yeah, it's only been a quarter of football almost, but these defense have definitely lived up to their billing. They are playing some good defense today.
So there we have it, 1:23 to go, first quarter. Ball is on the 46-yard line. They'll turn, fake the handoff. Kaminska's going to keep it himself, and he goes nowhere. Thrown back by number 72, Robbie Miller. He grabbed his hips and threw him back, kind of like Ndamukong Suh did to Colt McCoy in the 09 Big 12 championship game. Maybe not to the veracity that he did, but certainly there was some intent there. Third down and long, 3rd down and 16 coming up from their own 44-yard line. So how about this? Boone Central with an opportunity to bail out their punter who kicked it off the side of his foot, gave Wahoo field position at the 50-yard line, and now they've had 2 plays for -6 yards, and it's 3rd down and 16 from their own 44. Kaminska motions a guy from top to bottom. Kaminsky back to pass, looking left. He'll take a shot downfield. It's going to hit into the wind, and it's dropped. The interception was dropped by Brogan Benish.
Yep.
He saw, or I should say, Kaminsky kind of lobbed that one, put too much of a loft into it, and you just saw it die when it was in midair. A nice job playing the underneath route by Brogan Benish, and he was almost able to haul in the one-handed INT.
Yeah, that wind's going to play havoc today because he had a step on the post behind him, but he just couldn't get the ball there with that strong wind. You saw it, the way it just hung up there and almost was intercepted.
So that now brings up 4th down and long, and a great stand by the Boone Central defense, as this is going to be a low line drive kick into the wind. It takes one hop at the 27 and a friendly Wahoo bounce at the 25. Raf, on that 3rd down and 16 play, I'm surprised that we didn't see Wahoo run the ball. And the reason I say that
for the
is
punt.
It's obviously a low risk, low reward type of play. But how about this? Now you had to punt into the wind where with 15 seconds left, you could have milked the clock, ended the quarter, and had the wind at your back to punt the ball. And we saw how much of a benefit that can give a team like Boone Central.
Yeah, it definitely can flip the field without wind. It's going to be interesting to see what they do here. I'm guessing they want to get to the second quarter and maybe start throwing the ball a little bit.
So 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. It's kind of a full house formation, handoff right side Boer, and he's snuffed out from behind. Great tackle made on the play from the backside rather by number 26 for the Wahoo defense, Caden Smart. That's his 3rd tackle so far today, and that will be the end of the first quarter. We'll flip sides. Boone Central will now go into the wind towards the north end zone here at Memorial Stadium. It's been a highly intense and physical first quarter of football. That's what we would expect with these two defenses, but also these two high-powered offenses held in check through 12 minutes of play. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the start of quarter number 2 from Memorial Stadium in the Class C-1 title game on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska, or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design. Take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Title game. Nick Sainer, Chris Raff with you. As it's the start of the second quarter, Boone Central will now be going right to left from our vantage point, south to north here at Memorial Stadium. Both these teams, they look clean, Raph. I mean, the uniform combinations are pretty cool today.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. You have the sleek red helmet and white jerseys with the red numbers and letters for Boone Central. Something about the white jersey on white pant look is pretty sweet.
Yep.
And then you have the nice bright gold jerseys of Wahoo. So it's going to be 2nd down and 8 now. Quarterback keeper, and so cut back up towards the hashes and barrels his way across the first down marker. A nice strong run there by the quarterback, James Fogelman.
It's interesting. They run. It's almost like a reverse wishbone. They're in the shotgun. You have the two backs next to the quarterback and then the back behind him. It's so it's kind of maybe a little old school Oklahoma just in the shotgun.
So here we have it, 1st down and 10 for Boone Central. Boone only attempted one pass in that first quarter with the wind actually at their back, and they completed it for 5 yards. Handoff here to Borer on 1st down. He'll go forward for a couple yards up to the 38. Gain of 2 on 1st down brings up 2nd down and 8.
It's going to be a lot of runs today.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're going to get
going into the wind.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get the 65 carries and 486 yards, but
man, what a game for Kyle Cox. It was funny. There was only one other guy that cracked the stat sheet. Everything else was Kyle Cox.
That's wild.
So how about that? Unbelievable performance in the D2 title game yesterday for Sandhills Thedford in a 50-12 victory. How about this? Borer able to shed off one would-be tackler at the line of scrimmage and gets a couple yards forward up to the 40 for another 2 yards. That brings up 3rd down and about 6 from the 40-yard line. And 3rd down and 6 and 3rd down and farther than that is not where either one of these offenses want to be against the opponent's defense, because both these defenses are so strong.
And then going against the wind too, that just adds into it too.
Yeah, you're going to have to put a little extra mustard on it if you want to get a pass completed downfield if you're going towards that north end zone here at Memorial. As Fogelman passes tipped
That's
at
a
the
great
line.
play.
Great job reversing his course by number 31, Harrison Krieger, as he had kind of overran where that pass was going to go.
Yep.
He redirected his body and reached back with his left hand.
That was a great play.
And he was able to get his left mitt on the ball.
Totally impressed with both these defenses so far. They just the way they gang tackle, the way they get to their spots.
So with 10 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the second quarter, it's now 4th down and 6, and Boone Central will have to punt into the wind for the first time here. Still scoreless in the C-1 title game. Wahoo 0, Boone Central 0. Both these teams undefeated here in the 2023 campaign as well. A high, very short kick bounces inside at the 35, and it'll take a hop out of bounds at the 31. So that's where Wahoo will now take over possession, going towards the south with the wind at their back for the first time. And we might be able to see the arm of Jace Kaminska go to work a little bit. They don't necessarily need to, and they haven't a whole lot this season, but he's certainly capable of throwing it. A nice touchdown to interception ratio, 17 passing touchdowns here this season to just 3 INTs. While you have Noah Bordowski in the backfield, who's certainly had his share of carries so far through about a quarter of football. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 31-yard line. They'll motion Bordowski to the left hip of Kaminski. Now they'll bring a tight end up, hand it off. Bordowski lowers his shoulder, gets tackled by 2 Cardinal defenders just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. It'll be a gain of 3 on the 1st down carry, 2nd down and 7. That if we see Bordowski, eventually able to wear down Boone Central, get into a 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, or even shorter kind of situation, maybe Wahoo will be a little more willing to air it out, especially with the wind at the back.
You got to think these formations are always so great. I love the way they come up trying to disguise formations.
So 2nd down and 7 rather. Ball on the 34, a little bit of option as Kaminski pitches it late, nice and accurate on the right side. Shedding defenders is number 11, Sam Edmonds, but he's unable to go anywhere. A nice job by Boone Central making a tackle right at the line of scrimmage on the outside by the numbers, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 from the 34-yard line. There's something about really strong defense being played in Memorial Stadium that makes football a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And we saw it last night with Bennington and Scott Catholic, and now we're seeing it this morning with Boone Central and Wahoo. We may see a little bit of conflicting styles in Class A tonight, as Westside can certainly score the ball. They don't allow opponents to score a whole lot either, but they score the ball as we have a stoppage in play. It looks like Wahoo's going to take a timeout, but then you have Elkhorn South, who has a really, really strong and stout defense there. Looks like Wahoo's going to call a timeout. We'll step aside as well. We'll take a 30-second breather. It's still 0-0, 3rd and 7 coming up for the Wahoo offense when we return on 93.7 The Ticket.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tater, Chris Raff back with you from Memorial Stadium. Ball will be placed at the 34-yard line. 3rd down and 7 coming up for Wahoo. Raff, it'd be a beautiful day if it just wasn't windy.
Yep, and that wind, it just makes it a little brisk.
They'll send Bordovsky in motion, looking his way now. Pass up the seam. Pass is hauled in on the red end near midfield by number 32, Kip Brigham, as that'll be a 1st down on the pitch and catch from Kaminsky to Brigham.
Yeah, that was a really nice throw by the quarterback. Really like the way he let that develop too, because it was not open right away, but got into a window there, and good throw, good catch.
And they initially motioned Brodowski from right to left and looked his way, but then nice job by Kaminsky going through his progression and finding Brigham up the seams. Now they'll turn, hand it off Brodowski, right side, trying to escape a tackler, unable to do so. Hank Hudson, big number 5 for Boone Central. How about that? 6'1", 220-pound linebacker. A really good size. We can see the size all the way up here in the press box.
Just solid tackling. You don't see a lot of missed tackles, a lot of gang tackles.
Well, you see them also just kind of holding on long enough to where the rest of the guys can come in and finish it off.
Get your friends there.
2nd down and 11 now from the 48-yard line.
Another pass coming up here.
Yeah, empty shotgun set as Kaminsky's all by himself. He'll motion Edmonds from right to left. Now they'll quickly pass it out far side to Edmonds. And another great tackle from the backside, as that is number 35, Caden Stokes, the senior linebacker. I mean, these linebackers have such great speed, able to track down wide receivers from the outside, but also with a little bit of size to go with it.
That was the screen pass the Pittsburgh Steelers ran on Sunday. FAD is listening. He knows exactly which one it is.
So 3rd down and 10 after the gain of 2. Mark Hudson, the head coach of Boone Central, obviously his son Hank Hudson, one of the leading tacklers on this Boone Central defense. A run on 3rd down, and it'll get about 5 yards up to the 46-yard line. Now it's decision time. You have the wind at your back, and it looks like Wahoo's going to punt this one away. Man, you thought about with the conservative call on 3rd down, they had the idea to go for it no matter what. You're in 4th down territory on the Boone Central side of the 50, but they're going to send the punting unit onto the field and try to play the field position game as they have the wind at their back. A heavy wind as the American flag and the Nebraska flag on top of the north scoreboard are blowing like the Dickens. Now punt inside the 10, inside the 9, and down at the 8-yard line. So Wahoo does a nice job reversing the field. And we'll see Boone Central and quarterback James Fogelman with running back Parker Borer go back out there. To this point for Boone Central, Fogelman 1 of 2 through the air, just 5 yards passing. Parker Borer hasn't really done a whole lot offensively either. 6 carries for 10 yards, been shut down by this Wahoo defense. just a total of 21 yards for Boone Central offensively. But luckily for them, their defense has stepped up and only allowed 61 Wahoo Warriors yards on offense. So 1st and 10 from the 9. They'll turn, hand it off. Boer is able to juke outside, get towards the edge, and he just lunges his way forward. It looks like he has so much more running room, but then it just closes so quickly on the edge. In pursuit there, number 11, Sam Edmonds, was able to force Boer out of bounds after a 2-yard gain.
Little kid Chris right there so wants the quarterback to go under center and go into the wishbone.
Little kid Chris. There you go. 2nd down and now 8 from the 11. Once again, Sam Edmonds made a couple big tackles here so far for the Wahoo defense coming from his defensive back spot. Now they'll turn, run the option left side, quarterback keeper. And watch out, Fogelman has some room across the 20-yard line. He was able to juke 2 Wahoo Warrior defenders, one of those being Sam Edmonds, across the 20-yard line and tackled at the 22.
Yeah, that safety don't make that tackle there. I think we have our first touchdown of the game.
So it'll be now 1st and 10 from the 22. 5:36 to go. 2nd quarter, still 0-0 in this one. Class C1 title game. That's going towards the opposite of a barn burner. As Fogelman keeps it, and now he'll be shut down after a 2-yard gain. 2 Warrior defenders led by number 5, Eli Shada, along with number 31, Harrison Krieger. We're in on the stop for the Warriors.
You play these two teams, you definitely are going to be feeling it the next morning. There's some hitting going on both sides of the ball.
So Class C1 showing up on the physicality-wise today this morning. 2nd down and 8 from the 24-yard line. Full house formation as Fogelman keeps it. Has a little bit of running room. A great tackle and pursuit there by number 6, Braylon Iverson. Iverson took what looked to be a 1st down run and then some from Fogelman and quickly shot the gap and made the tackle at the 29.
It's fun watching this. It's the principles of the wishbone. It kind of harkens you back to yesteryear.
So, well, your yesteryear.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
Not yours. Yeah.
Third down.
Your yesteryear was 3 years ago.
There you go. 3rd down and 3 from the 29. They get Wahoo to jump, and I think this is going to be encroachment on Wahoo.
First
so
down.
How about that? On 3rd down and 3, they got Wahoo and the guy on the edge, number 31, Harrison Krieger, who's made a couple plays today, got him to jump across that line of scrimmage, and they got the referee to blow the whistle. So now that'll be an automatic 1st down for the Boone Central offense at the 34.
They probably went with the same exact cadence the entire game, just waiting for that moment.
So 1st down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Hands it off. Boer trying to dance in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Great. I mean, unbelievable patience by Parker Boer. He's waiting. He's dancing in the backfield, keeping his feet moving. There's just nowhere to go. Great gap integrity by this Wahoo defense.
Yeah, with both these defenses, really, if you basically just got to pick a spot and just go through it, and whatever happens, because they're just so stellar on defense.
2nd down and 9 from the 35-yard line. Boer lined up behind Fogelman, but Fogelman will keep it, and he gets laid out by number 6, Braylon Iverson. So a guy went low, and Iverson came in from the top and lowered the shoulder, and you saw Fogelman kind of go back a little bit. That was a hard hit there.
I know that Coach Rule and Coach White can't come out here and watch today, but if they're watching on TV,
there's some
they're seeing some hits.
My goodness. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 as we're just outside 3 minutes to play in quarter number 2. Ball's on the 39. They'll hand it off. Boer with a 1st down and more. On the left side, there's a penalty marker, but Boer's still running across the 45, dancing his way across the 42. But there's a penalty marker back at the line of scrimmage. This one's going to be coming back.
I think it's coming back. So I was just thinking about that with the coaches, how they're not able to come out and watch the games. So I wonder if you're a head football coach and your office overlooks the stadium. Do you have to shut your curtains?
I don't know. That's interesting.
If Coach Rohr or Coach White are listening, feel free to
let us know.
Feel free to text into the text line.
Yeah, we do have access to the text line. Love to know where you guys are listening from. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We'll happily do a little bit of a roll call action. If you want to let us know where you're listening from, we'll shout you out from up here at Memorial Stadium on a cloudless Tuesday morning. No better way to spend a morning, a weekday morning especially. We're going to do it a couple of times this week with Husker football on Friday morning.
We have two guys over on the white building watching from the roof.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it's got to be chilly up there with that north wind.
So here's Fogelman on a quarterback draw on 3rd and a mile. He gets a nice gain back up to where nearly that holding call was prior to that play, but it's going to be 4th down and 8 now.
I think that's Hamilton Hall.
Yes, you're right.
Woo, look at that old school knowledge.
You remember.
I was there. That was the smart building.
I didn't appreciate that class.
That was the smart building there.
So that's going to bring up 4th down and 8, ball at the 31. And that's a big deal because now with Wahoo having 2 timeouts remaining, they're going to have the wind at their back. Boone Central is going to have to punt into the wind here from their own 36. And there'll still be plenty of time to work with here in the second quarter. A great punt into the wind as it's fielded, running back. Here he goes on the left side. No block in the back. Across the 25, a great punt made on the play by number 17, Austin Weiss, into the aggressive wind. He was still able to punt it fairly far, and Wahoo's going to take over just shy of their 30-yard line.
We got a listener in Henderson, Nebraska.
Oh, how about that?
I'm
Henderson.
talking about.
I'm going to be going to Henderson for Christmas. I have family out in Henderson. I don't mind them drive to Henderson every now and then. Appreciate you listening. It's going to be 1st down and 10. Ball is going to be placed at their 27-yard line for Wahoo. 156 to work with.
The old 4-4-1 formation.
Yeah. Now they'll motion out of it. Will we see that on Friday with Iowa? I don't know how much Iowa trusts Deacon Hill to throw the ball. On the right side here is Brodowski trying to weave his way through traffic, able to do so across the 30-yard line down at the 32. A nice gain on 1st down makes it 2nd down and 5. How about this? Aaron in Crete is listening.
Nice.
He says, good job calling the game so far, guys. We have Russ in Western Cass County listening. Appreciate you, Russ. Left side, this is Brodowski across the line of scrimmage, across the 35, and down just about a half a yard shy at the 36-yard line of Wahoo.
So they could actually, when they're in that 4-4-1 formation, they could actually snap it because they've got 5 guys on the line, so it's a legal formation. Now I want to see them snap it.
3rd down and inches from the 36.5-yard line. They need to get to the 37 to keep this drive alive with 60 seconds left in the first half. Still scoreless between Wahoo and Boone Central. Hands it off Brodowski across the 1st down line to gain and tackled at the 40. So just a short gain of about 3.5 yards on that one, but it will keep the drive alive in a Wahoo Warriors timeout, where now you're at your own 40-yard line, and you think about maybe you take a shot deep with the wind at your back. But with that being said, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Class C-1 title game right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in Memorial Stadium. Nick Sainert, Chris Raff with you. Shout out to Luke listening from the work truck in Lincoln.
Dave in Fullerton.
Dave in Fullerton on his mail route. How about that? Jason in Ravenna says, thanks for carrying the game. Nice to listen to some football on a Tuesday morning. I completely agree.
You betcha.
It's a nice view up here from the press box. 616 is our press box number. It's going to be 1st down and 10. Ball is on the 40-yard line for the Wahoo offense. 2 wideouts on the right side, on the near side, between the hash mark and the number. And Brodowski will now reverse it.
Oh, here we go. Reverse
a little
pass.
bit of a pass to Brodowski. Pass is going to be intercepted.
Oh, what a play.
What a disciplined play by the Boone Central Cardinals defense as he snuffed it out. Interception made on the play by number 35, Caden Stokes, the senior linebacker, as he picks off the Wahoo offense.
There's a lot going on that play. And
it was a double reverse, and then they tossed it back to the quarterback, Kaminsky. And normally you don't see the discipline that Boone Central has defensively.
That was a great
that play. That wheel route to Bordovsky would have been wide open in 99% of the other games, but not against Boone Central. As now we have a quick pass complete to number 10, Brant Benish, across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, and now with 39 seconds to play in this first half and 3 timeouts, Boone Central's driving inside the 35-yard line. Snap back, Fogelman looking to pass. He'll step up, has a lot of running room, pass fake, throws downfield to Benish. It's lofted in the air, and it looks like it's going to go incomplete. They got tangled up there, but not really a high percentage pass there to Brant Benish, but it'll stop the clock and give Boone Central a chance to take a breath.
Here's the deal. That wind, to throw that throw, you're not going to get it down the field today. The wind is too strong. But I like what they did on that first play, even that second play. When you got those little 5-yard ends and those crossing routes, you can make that throw against that wind. And I think if they stick to that, they're going to pick up some yards, because even on that play, he had the receiver underneath open. He just didn't pull the trigger.
So James Fogelman only attempted 4 passes to this point here. 2nd down and 10 from the 37-yard line of Wahoo. Looking downfield, pass is going to be incomplete, just out of reach of the intended receiver, almost intercepted by the safety that was floating in the area. But that brings now 3rd and 10 from the 37-yard line of Wahoo with 17 seconds to play in the second quarter. Still scoreless, 0-0.
Even on that play too, he was open again. Problem is he kind of faded into the safety. He needs to square that off more and come more of a 90-degree back to your quarterback, and he's open.
So 3rd down and 10 from the 37-yard line. They'll motion Borer out to the right side. Fogelman on the quick pass on a nice little tunnel screen. Pass is caught with a little bit of running room. Inside the 30, inside the 25, and down at the 24. That'll be a first down for Boone Central. But now what the tough part is, where you'd probably be close to field goal range here.
Not today.
Yeah, not today, not going into this wind. It's going to be, as Boone Central will take another timeout, you're going to have to get probably inside the 15-yard line to feel somewhat comfortable. So if you're Boone Central here with 10 seconds to play, you're still 9, 10, maybe even 12 yards away from feeling confident in your field goal kicker's ability to kick it into the wind today.
Corey M. down in Beatrice, delivering some FedEx.
Oh, shout out to Corey.
Man, we got the listeners coming in.
Appreciate you guys.
Notorious B.I.B. and Bennett.
There you go. There's our guy. Notorious B.I.B. Appreciate Jake Bachhoven running the show back in the studio.
You betcha you can get a hey ya listing in the water treatment in York.
Who wants that? Who wants
I don't know.
Hey
He just wanted a hey ya, and I'm like,
there you go.
That's a Raf's roadie right there. I know that. Send in your name. We need to match up
this
the name.
This is high school football. We're not doing Raf's roadies on high school. That's save that for the drive.
I told the roadies to listen today, and
there you go.
They're chiming in.
So out of the timeout, it'll be 10 seconds left on the game clock. First down and 10 from the 24-yard line of Wahoo. Shotgun set. Fogelman back to pass, looking to the right now, looking to the left, has a lot of time, 5 seconds left on the clock. He'll roll to his right. He's got to get rid of it, gets drilled as he throws, and the pass is incomplete.
Wow.
1 second remains on the game clock. And now
quarterback
Fogelman
might be hurt.
Yeah, Fogelman is down on the turf. He's laying on his back,
Yeah,
and now he'll be helped up.
He took a hit when he released the ball. Thankfully, it's not NFL football. It'd probably be roughing the passer. But, yeah, he took a shot. He held it to the last second, trying to get that receiver crossing in the back of the end zone to break open. It looked like he had a guy early, but it would have been way short. So he was trying to, get down the field. So now you've got to throw one into the end zone here.
So this will be the last play of the second quarter, barring a penalty. Fogelman will be all by himself, trips out to the far side, 2 wideouts near side. Fogelman, the 3-step drop, looking, throws one towards the end zone. It's going to be batted up and intercepted. Sam Edmonds comes away with the INT. He immediately falls down at the 1-yard line, but it does not matter, as after the Boone Central interception, Wahoo was backed up inside their own 40-yard line, and they were able to stand tall, as we'll go into halftime the same way we started, scoreless. Wahoo 0, Boone Central 0 here in the Class C-1 title game. We'll be back in a few minutes with the Members Owned Credit Union halftime show right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you out of the game. Step into our clinic and walk out with a renewed strength. Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, pushing the boundaries of health and wellness. Treatment begins with you. Step back into life today.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, I get all kinds of buffet questions. Here's one from Cole.
Is there a real cactus in your cactus bread?
Great question, Cole. No, there is no cactus in our cactus bread, just sweet cinnamony streusel. It's on our buffet every day, along with pizza, chicken, ice cream, and all your other favorites. Even better, at least for your parents, kids eat free on Tuesday nights. And don't worry, Cole, there's no coal in our coleslaw either.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
Elway Power Sports of Lincoln will have you scoring big on savings with up to $3,000 off CF Moto side-by-sides and ATVs. Whether you're looking for a work-tough U-Force or a performance-ready Z-Force, CF Moto has a machine made for you all under one roof at our new 27th and I-80 location. And don't miss our Black Saturday sales event on November 25th with doorbusters and specials throughout the store. Visit our website, elwaypslincoln.com for more details.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainert, Chris Raff, back with you from Memorial Stadium. Class C-1 title game at the break, 0-0 between Wahoo and Boone Central. This one is exactly kind of how we expected it to go, not even considering the wind and the weather. But just because these two defenses, you have one side that's only allowed 58 total points all season long, and then one side that's only allowed 63 total points all season long. I mean, it's just unbelievably disciplined performances from from both defenses, and it shows up in the stat sheet. This halftime show sponsored by Members Owned Credit Union with locations in Lincoln and Beatrice. I mean, you look up and down these statistics, Raph. You have one quarterback for Boone Central in James Fogelman, 3 of 8 for 30 yards. 2 of those 3 completions came on the last drive of that first half for just 30 yards, 1 INT that came with 1 second left on the clock, and just kind of a chuck it up and hope something good happens type of play. But even running the ball, you have James Fogelman, the quarterback, with 31 total rushing yards this game. But Parker Borer, who's been the leading rusher all season long, came in just shy of 1,900 rushing yards this year, with just 17 total yards rushing on 9 carries. You want to talk about 1.9 yards per attempt for Parker Borer. And it doesn't look much better for Wahoo's offense either. Jace Kaminsky, the quarterback, the sophomore, who has had an incredible sophomore campaign, 17 touchdowns, now 4 interceptions this season, if you count the one that he threw earlier in that first half. 3 of 6 for just 21 passing yards in this game. Noah Brodowski, who came in just shy of 900 rushing yards, not much better than his counterpart Parker Borer, who has 9 carries and 49 yards for Brodowski. Just a really sound performance and a really good just overall football, complete game from both sides so far.
Yeah, we're seeing just great defense. Like, just the tackling is great. The people staying in their zones is good. I said at the beginning of the game, something's got to break, and through that first half, nothing broke.
Yeah, nothing at all. And so it's been a really, I mean, most of the time, it's similar to like baseball, it feels like right now, where it's a lot of people will like the pitchers' duels. They'll like the 0-0 games going into the 8th, 9th inning and really, stepping in and figuring out what you're made of. Here you go. This is what we're in terms of football. It's a 0-0 game. Yeah. You feel like maybe a touchdown or 10 points will win you this game.
I feel we're playing first score wins.
And that's the thing. And so it's incredible to see just both defenses last night in Class B between Bennington and Scott in a game where Bennington wins 21-0. And it wasn't necessarily because Scott's defense played poorly. It's because they were on the field so long because Bennington's defense forced Scott's offense to get off the field rather quickly, forcing then Scott's defense to be out there for an extended period of time. And Bennington got their 3rd straight title last night in Class B. Here today, similar situation, just both defenses not willing to give an inch to the opponent and to the opponent's offense. And we've seen multiple situations where a shanked punt goes out of bounds. The Wahoo Warriors got it at the 50-yard line, ended up going backwards, lost 6 yards because of incredible tackles and plays made defensively by Boone Central. Then we saw at the end there of that first half, you had an interception for Boone Central, got the ball on the plus side of the 50 on an incredibly disciplined play defensively by Caden Stokes of Boone Central. Picks off Jace Kaminsky, and they get the ball inside or around the 40-yard line, and Wahoo's defense steps up and forces an interception to end the first half. Just an incredible first 2 quarters of football, and we don't expect it to change. Both these coaches have over 20 years of experience leading their respective schools, and so this is going to be an exciting second half of play between the number 1 seed in Class C1, the Wahoo Warriors, and the number 2 seed, the Boone Central Cardinals, as both these teams haven't won a title in a few years, and so they're trying to break that streak and hoist that trophy for the first time in some time here this morning on a Tuesday morning. Once again, you guys can chime into the broadcast. We'd love to shout you out. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us while we will have 3 games coming your way on the ticket today. Class C1 obviously will wrap up momentarily in a little while. Class C2 will begin at 2:45 between Ord and Norfolk Catholic, all leading up to the Class A nightcap between Omaha Westside and the Elkhorn South Storm. So let's hit to some of these because we got a lot of texts coming in. Shock Dogs checks in from small towns all around Lincoln today, visiting customers' roofs and listening to high school football. Great coverage, fellas. How about that one? We have an unnamed texter that says driving for work and appreciate y'all playing these games so we can listen. Heimer in Iowa is listening in Newton, Iowa. How about that? Fresh from Hickman is listening while driving across the state. He says, I'm thankful for the ticket app. By the way, wherever you may be, if it's Iowa, if it's which by the way, it's Iowa Hate Week, by the way. Heimer, I'm surprised you're claiming your state today.
Could be Heimer also.
Heimer in Iowa.
We used to have a
right.
tight end named Brian Heimer
That's
back
true.
in the
That's
80s.
true. So I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. But no, Fresh from Hickman says listening while driving across the state. Thankful for the ticket app. Download the ticket app and you can listen wherever you are. Willie chimes in, says love listening to football while working. Keep up the great work.
What else did he say?
And
I missed that.
He says I'm a RAF roadie. And then we got Big Bird just listening from down the street at 19th and O. And so how about that? Appreciate all you guys listening. Cubsker, what's up, my man? Twizzler says go Norfolk Catholic, and they'll face off against the Ord Chanticleers at 2:45 p.m. this afternoon. So you guys can chime in all day long still. 402-464-5685 is the phone number to text. We also have the coverage on the stream if you want to hang out there. Unfortunately, can't show the game, obviously, but if you want to watch the game, or if you're in a place where you want to watch on your laptop or computer, you can do so on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch.
You don't really have to watch the game, though. I mean, Nick paints such a picture of the game.
Not sure about that.
It's like you're there.
I would not say that. So anyway, we got a couple minutes left here in halftime. We'll go ahead and step aside. This has been the Members Owned Credit Union halftime show. Visit them in their locations in Lincoln and Beatrice. Nick Sainer, Chris Raff hanging out with you from Memorial Stadium all day today. And we'll be back in a few minutes with the start of the second half in the Class C1 title game. Your score at the break, all donuts, all scoreless, 0-0 between Wahoo and Boone Central. We'll be right back in a few minutes on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Owned Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip. Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Elway Power Sports of Lincoln will have you scoring big on savings with up to $3,000 off CF Moto side-by-sides and ATVs. Whether you're looking for a work-tough U-Force or a performance-ready Z-Force, CF Moto has a machine made for you all under one roof at our new 27th and I-80 location. And don't miss our Black Saturday sales event on November 25th with doorbusters and specials throughout the store. Visit our website, elwaypslincoln.com, for more details.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Stretch, adjust, heal. At Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, we believe in the power of precise alignment. Our skilled chiropractors listen, understand, and treat your body's unique needs, offering a personalized pathway to peak performance. Don't let back pain knock you out of the game. Step into our clinic and walk out with a renewed strength. Spine and Sports Chiropractic and Physical Therapy, pushing the boundaries of health and wellness. Treatment begins with you. Step back into life today.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium, the site for the Class C-1 title game between number 1 Wahoo and number 2 Boone Central. Both these teams with an unblemished, perfect record and trying to get their 13th win of the season tonight, or to this morning. Goodness. As we're still scoreless in this one, 0-0. Wahoo will kick things off to start the third quarter. They'll kick it into the wind. Back deep for Boone Central. The Cardinals is Brant Benish and Parker Borer. Once again, great uniform combo, uniform matchup. Red helmets, all white jerseys with red numbering and letters for Boone Central. Is it navy blue helmets with gold stickers? Is that what it looks like, Raph?
Yeah, I think so.
So you have the blue helmets with gold stickers and then gold jerseys.
Oh, little onside script kick.
Bit of a short onside script kick, and it's fielded safely by Boone Central at the 34-yard line. And so, honestly, that's also not a bad call. Into the wind.
Same thing.
Into the wind. That's a really good decision. Keep that kick low and out of the wind. And who knows? Maybe you can get a funky roll and it goes into your mitts.
They almost did. I don't think that they were quite ready for it.
Mm-hmm. So now Boone Central get it 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line, just underway here in the third quarter, 0-0 between Wahoo and the Cardinals. As Fogelman will turn, hand it off Parker Borer. He just had 17 rushing yards in that first quarter, but there he gets a nice gain of 2 or 3 on that play, but now we have a Warrior defender down, and it looked like one of the big guys in the middle for the Warriors defense. So while they tend to him, we're going to take a 30-second timeout as well. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. Nick Sainer, Chris Raff with you. Class C-1 title game between Wahoo and Boone Central. Boone Central has 2nd and 7 from their own 37-yard line. 3 down linemen for Wahoo defensively. Shotgun set, bore to the left hip of Fogelman. Now Wahoo will bring a 4th guy lined up on the edge. Low motion Borer from left to right. Option play, quick toss out right side. Stiff arm by Borer. Spun around and thrown down by a group of Wahoo Warrior defenders about a yard prior to the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 1 on the play will make it 3rd down and 8.
Man, they attack. Looked like for a second there they might have something on that option, but that defense, they pursue.
And it was a nice job. I mean, Fogelman's doing his job as the quarterback, drawing the defender or forcing at least the defender to make a decision whether he wants to go after the quarterback or the running back. Yep. Draws the defender, makes a nice, accurate late pitch,
backside
and nothing
pursuit.
happens. 3rd down and 7 officially. Ball on the 37-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Fogelman keeps it, gets tackled down just past the 40-yard line, and he'll be about a yard and a half shy of that 1st down marker. Gain of 5 on the 3rd down quarterback keeper by Fogelman. And now it'll be decision time with the wind at your back. It's 4th down and short, and I think they're going to bring on the punting unit.
Yeah, I think you have to do that. You got the wind at your back right now. If you get off a good punt, you're going to flip the field majorly.
So 4th down and 2. This could also be a fake punt.
I was just going to say that. You
situation.
might also want to look for that too, but I'm thinking you're going to punt here and try to flip the field.
Yeah, Wahoo will send 2 guys back standing at their 30-yard line. They're kind of creeping up just in case something does happen. I would be surprised if they field this one altogether. As this punt is drifting towards the near sideline. It's caught over the shoulder, now fumbled, now picked up once again. Wahoo's going to retain possession, but man, that's a risky situation. He fielded it cleanly over his shoulder, but then as soon as he took a step, it kind of bounced out of his arms, and then he was tackled immediately. Nice job on the tackle by number 3, Colton Rasmussen. We also have another Wahoo Warrior down as the punt returner on the play, number 26 for Wahoo, Caden Smart, who's made a couple plays. He is still down on the turf at the 9-yard line. And the ball's going to be placed at the 10. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Wahoo Warrior 10-yard line.
I think on a normal day, you might let that ball just go over your head and take the touchback. But
I also don't know if it was going to be a touchback. It was drifting towards the sideline around the 20-yard line or so.
I think he wanted to catch it to keep it from getting that bounce.
Yeah.
But then after the fumble, you end up pinned back inside your 10 anyways, or right at your 10. So didn't really affect much.
So it's going to be now 1st down and 10. Ball is on their own 10-yard line. 9:58 to play, 3rd quarter, as Caden Smart will limp off the field for Wahoo. He crosses the label of Tom Osborne Field on the far sideline. So 9:58 to go, 3rd quarter, still scoreless here after Wahoo forced a Boone Central punt on their first offensive possession of the second half. So now it's our first look at Jace Kaminsky here in quarter number 3. He had an interception on the last Warriors offensive drive in that first half. Noah Brodowski is going to be lined up to his right. Brodowski with 49 yards in that first half. He gets the handoff and goes nowhere. Loss of 3, thrown back by Hank Hudson and a group of Boone Central defenders. They're going to say forward progress just marks him down at the 8. He was thrown back all the way at the 4-yard line. It's only going to be marked as a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 coming up. So Bordovsky with now 47 yards rushing today, and he leads all players in terms of yards, whether that's quarterbacks in their passing yards or Fogelman for Boone Central running the ball from the quarterback spot. Here's Bordovsky once again on the right side, splits the hole, and gets across the 10-yard line down at the 13. So a gain of 5 on 2nd down brings up 3rd down and 7. And once again, 3rd down 6, 3rd down and 7 is not a spot you really want to be against either Boone Central's defense or Wahoo's defense. But both sides have found themselves in those situations consistently. So we're under 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter here. 3rd down and 7. Ball on the Warriors' 13-yard line. Kaminsky breaks the huddle. He'll be in shotgun with Bordovsky to his right. 2 wideouts each side. 1 guy in the slot on the left side. Now they'll motion a man from top to bottom. Handoff. Bordovsky cuts back, and there's nowhere to go. A gain of just 1 or 2 up to the 15-yard line. Initial tackle made on the play by number 54, Nathaniel Werner, and that'll force a Wahoo Warriors punt. So nothing going offensively for Wahoo, frankly, or Boone Central for that matter, in the entire game, but nothing's changed in this 3rd quarter. As with 8:12 to go in the 3rd, Wahoo will punt into this win. 2 return men are back standing at the Warriors' 45-yard line. Low line drive, punt. It'll take a hop at the 44, take a friendly Wahoo bounce across the 50, and is downed at the Boone Central 46-yard line. So nice job,
good job
for what it's worth, reversing the field by the Wahoo punter, number 7 for Wahoo, Caden Christian.
Yeah, that's about as best as you could expect Wahoo to come out there, because I thought going against that wind, they were going to be inside the 50 there.
So with 7:54 to play, 3rd quarter, Boone Central breaks the huddle. James Fogelman will be in he'll be under center. Hank Hudson lined up at fullback, and Parker Borer at the running back position. I formation, they'll turn, hand it off. Borer trying to split the hole, bounces outside the numbers, and that was a good run on 1st down by Parker Borer. They brought in all the big bodies for that one, Raf, and still, nice job for the most part by Wahoo, but you got 6 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and 4. And they're going to go same formation. They don't have a single wide receiver in right now. All big bodies across that offensive line just trying to power. A little bit of an option. Late toss, right side Borer as he gets across, tiptoes the sideline, and he'll be past the 1st down marker. Boone Central wanted a late hit out of bounds, did not get it, but they're going to say he was down at the 42-yard line, move the chains on the gain of 7.
Man, they're just saying we're just going to go straight old school, I formation, power football.
Yep.
No receivers. Just line it up and go right at you.
All the big bodies lined up for Boone Central. I formation, Hank Hudson again at fullback. They'll turn, hand off Borer. Great pursuit and an unbelievable tackle for loss by number 20 of Wahoo, Barrett LaValle. Barrett LaValle able to make the stop for a loss of 1. And despite having all the bodies on the offensive line, unable to do anything, unable to get any penetration up front. Great job by the Wahoo defense pursuing Parker Borer. So same formation now. I formation on 2nd down and 11. Turns, option to the left side, late toss, left side Borer. He's going to be taken down for a loss back at the 48-yard line, a loss of 6.
Yep. And that's another one of those plays where he just hung on and waited for his guys to get there, and it was show over.
So an unbelievable, and there's nothing that if Boone Central in that situation, there's nothing that they're doing necessarily wrong. It's the correct read.
Yep.
They're running it successfully, just not for yards. 3rd down and now 16. Ball is at the 48-yard line of Wahoo. Wahoo surrendered a 1st down on just 2 plays on this drive before, but now have forced the Boone Central Cardinals offense into a 3rd and long as Fogelman looking to pass, throws downfield, passes hauled in with a little bit of running room across the 30 and taken down at the 28-yard line is number 8, Jackson Lipker.
That was it.
Ref, you said, like it was going to go to the end zone.
I thought it was, but earlier in the play too, the quarterback actually went outside of the pocket where the blocking was not there. So he took a risk, but then he threw a dart on the sideline, and I thought he was going to take it.
Lipker was able to make one guy miss on the 21-yard pitch and catch, and it's 1st and 10. Boone Central back to pass, quarterback draw, Fogelman across the 20, and now he fumbles the football, and I believe Boone Central's going to recover.
Ooh, that was close.
So Fogelman fumbled the football. It took a horizontal bounce towards the Wahoo sideline, and a nice job by the Boone Central Cardinals rushing towards the football and jumping on the loose pigskin. It'll be down at the 18. So that brings up 2nd down and 1 from the 18-yard line.
Days like today, when you say pigskin, it just sounds right.
There you go. 2nd down and 1 from the 18-yard line. 5:13 to go. Third quarter, still scoreless here in the Class C1 title game, but Boone Central is in the Wahoo red zone. They'll turn, hand it off. Borer gets taken down past the line of scrimmage, and after a nice gain of 2 or 3 up to the 15-yard line, move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 15 for Boone Central. Once again, both these teams undefeated this season. Wahoo was able to beat Sydney 21-0 in the semis, while Boone Central beat Ashland Greenwood 21-14 in the state semifinals back on November 10th.
Ashland Greenwood must have had a heck of an offense.
So here they have it. Boone Central quarterback keeper. And guess what?
Man.
Fogelman goes down for a loss of 1. He got spun around and thrown down by number 31, Harrison Krieger. Yes, Krieger, excuse me. And it's going to be 2nd down and 11.
I'm glad he's all right. He came down on his knee in a weird, twisty way that lucky they got out with no injury there.
So Fogelman now with 12 carries and 44 yards on the ground, 4 for 9 through the air for Fogelman for 51 yards and an INT. Shotgun set. They'll turn, hand it off. Parker Borer on the right side, sheds one tackler, ducks under another one, and then just gets thrown on top of a pile. He's not officially down yet. Now he is, as he was just laying on top of about 4 Wahoo defenders. There was no whistle blown, but Borer just kind of gave up, and when his helmet hit the turf, that's when they blew it dead. No gain on the play. And after Boone Central's gotten into the red zone, they've kind of stymied a little bit, as it's going to be 3rd down and 11 on the 16-yard line with 3:28 to go in quarter number 3.
I can't say it enough, both these defense, how they come in waves. I mean, he broke a tackle, and then the wave, the next 3 guys coming. It's fun to watch. It's great defensive football.
So Boone Central will take a timeout with break the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock, but now they'll have to call a timeout. And so we'll go ahead and step aside as well and be back in 30 seconds. It's a 3rd and 11 play coming up for Boone Central when we return on 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainer, Chris Raff back with you. Memorial Stadium, Class C1 title game. Still 0-0 here after the Boone Central timeout. They'll be faced with a 3rd down and 11 from the Wahoo 16-yard line. And you would imagine, I guess you're in field goal range with the but I would also say this could be 4-down territory where you just try to get 6 or 7 yards. Quick out pattern, caught at the 11-yard line, thrown upfield, stumbles forward, and I think he's going to have enough for the 1st down inside the 5 at the 4. He needed 11, he got 12, and that's Caden Stokes on the reception. A 1st down and goal coming up for Boone Central from the 4-yard line, and I would expect a heavy dose of Parker Borer here trying to get his 24th touchdown of the season.
Good throw right there. Quarterback set his hips. Good release. Good catch. First down.
So not just a simple out pattern, quick out on the far sideline, and he was able to break one tackle. Full house formation here is Fogelman will get the snap, or excuse me, they're going to blow it dead, and I think they're going to get a false start on Boone Central.
Sometimes when you roll into the left there, you don't set, don't get enough behind it, or you throw it over the receiver's head. So
it is going to be a false start. First and goal from the 9 now. Same formation. Borer is going to be lined up directly behind James Fogelman, the Boone Central quarterback.
Reverse wishbone.
One wide out each side. They'll turn quarterback power with Fogelman, and an unbelievable tackle at the 10-yard line. Number 6, Braylon Iverson, in on the stop, back at the 11 rather. So a loss of 2 will make it second down and goal from the 11 now.
You've got to start to wonder now, too, what kind of field goal kicker do they have? Because you got the wind at your back. The defenses have been swarming all day. It might come down to a field goal.
Here's what I will say. Normally we see the nets on the sidelines for kickers to practice. Neither sideline has a net standing up or even laying down as Borer gets the handoff. And he's going to trot into the end zone. Parker Borer scores his 24th touchdown of 2023. And we have our first points in the Class C-1 title game as Boone Central scores from 11 yards out, and they lead 6-0 with 2:03 to go in quarter number 3.
You've got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. They've been battling all day, nothing being successful. But that hole right there, it opened up. I mean, it's great blocking there. That hole was ginormous.
Yeah, incredible block on the edge there. Blocked 2 Wahoo Warriors, and Borer was just able to reverse course, cut back up field at the hash mark, and the point after is blocked. And so we'll see if that plays a factor in this as Boone Central leads 6-0 with 2:03 to go in the third quarter here in the Class C1 title game. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
Oh, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip. Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainert, Chris Raff with you from the C1 title game here at Memorial Stadium. Boone Central leads 6-0 with 2:03 to go in the third quarter. The point after was blocked by Wahoo, and so that's why it's just 6-0. But now Wahoo will have to figure out something on offense against a stout Boone Central defense.
Probably good that did not come down to a field goal there.
So 2:03 to go, third quarter, and they'll boot this one from their 40-yard line as that one's going to be fielded at the 4. Here comes Wahoo up the right side, an unbelievable tackle at the 15-yard line by guess who? Hank Hudson.
Great tackle. Now if you're Wahoo, you got to start thinking about maybe getting to the fourth quarter and getting that wind at your back again. You got 1:57 left in the third. 3 and out here would probably not be good.
Once again, for the most part, Wahoo's ran it better than Boone Central to this point. Noah Brodowski, 12 carries, 54 yards to this point, almost through the third quarter. Brodowski going to be lined up to the left of Kaminsky. They'll send a guy in motion, jet sweep, handoff, shedding one tackler, and then wrapped up immediately back at the 11-yard line by Hank Hudson. Hudson was the first guy to try and tackle Sam Edmonds, missed the tackle, able to get some help by number 54, Nathaniel Warner, and then Hudson came in and finished it off.
Just the speed to the edges out of both these defenses. I mean, it's wild. I mean, you usually when you watch a game, something breaks, and it's just all day long. always there in waves.
So it'll now be 2nd down and 14. Hank Hudson on the day, 8 tackles and 2.5 tackles for loss. As Kaminska back to pass, a little dump off screen. Brodowski with a little bit of running room, sheds one tackler, trying to stay on his feet, unable to do so across the 15-yard line. So he's tackled down at the 14. He had some running room.
That was close.
That may be what Wahoo's going to have to do. Boone Central kind of brought the house on that one. Couldn't pick up or identify that it was going to be a screenplay. And they had some running room if Brodowski was able to make 2 guys miss.
And did slow down the pursuit some, but man, they still, even the tackle, I mean, it wasn't the cleanest tackle, but he still got him down and saved him from, extra probably 10 yards.
So 3rd down and 10 for Wahoo on offense. Ball is on the 15-yard line, and they're going to get flagged for a delay of game here as they snapped that one prior to the play clock expiring, or failed to snap it before the play clock expired. So that'll make it 3rd down and 15 now from the 9-yard line.
So do they do the drone show and the light show between the 3rd and 4th quarter?
No, they do not. Think about the echo with not a lot of people in here. The echo. I mean, it's a good crowd on hand. It just doesn't look like very many because it's such a large stadium. Last night, in fact, and even this morning, there's some people at the club level.
Dang.
Some people, there were some suites that were opened up across the way last night. There was like 3 or 4 of them with the lights on and people sitting outside last night. And you would expect something maybe a little bit similar tonight for Class A as they handed off Brodowski right side. Fumbles the football. And Boone Central is able to jump on it at the Wahoo 9-yard line. Hank Hudson, guess who, forced the fumble, and Brant Benish jumped on it. And Boone Central will take over at the Wahoo 9.
One-Eyed Ray texted me earlier, and he said, Hank Hudson, is that not a football name?
Exactly. Yeah, Hank Hudson, son of the head coach Mark Hudson, doubles as linebacker and fullback. He's out there.
I wonder if he's got a younger brother named Rock.
There you go. So now 2 wideouts near side. You would expect Parker Bohr to just get the handoff here on 1st down and goal. He does. Cuts up the middle, spins his way forward, and down at the 7.
Had you ever heard of Rock Hudson before, Nick?
I have not.
Just throwing it out there. I knew it. When I said it, I was like, he has no clue who Rock Hudson is. He was an actor back in, I believe, the 50s.
So why in the world would I know him?
Well,
I was negative 50. That is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Boone Central will have 1st and goal when we return at the start of quarter number 4. They lead 6-0 after the Wahoo turnover. We'll be back with the start of quarter number 4 in the Class C-1 title game from Memorial Stadium right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Elway Power Sports of Lincoln will have you scoring big on savings with up to $3,000 off CF Moto side-by-sides and ATVs. Whether you're looking for a work-tough U-Force or a performance-ready Z-Force, CF Moto has a machine made for you all under one roof at our new 27th and I-80 location. And don't miss our Black Saturday sales event on November 25th with doorbusters and specials throughout the store. Visit our website, elwaypslincoln.com for more details.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here, start of the 4th quarter from Memorial Stadium in the Class C1 title game. Boone Central leads 6-0 over Wahoo. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line coming up for Boone Central. They were the first team to find the end zone, the south end zone, I should say. Now trying to be the first team in this one to find the north end zone. As they'll have it at the 7. Bohr will be behind Fogelman. Hank Hudson to the left of Fogelman. 2 wideouts near side. Brant Benish all by himself, or not all by himself, but all the way at the bottom. While Colton Rasmussen by himself at the top. They'll hand it off. Nowhere to go for Borer. He tries to spin out of it, but the cavalry comes, and Wahoo's able to take him down at the 7, maybe even the 8-yard line. So he may have lost a yard on that one. That'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 7.
Looked like they tried to run the play that they scored the touchdown on, actually. They defended it that time.
So 3rd down and goal from the 7. So 3rd and goal from the 7. Boone Central trying to extend their 6-point advantage here. Borer lined up now to the right, and I think they're going to get a false start on the left side of that offensive line, potentially even Hank Hudson. Or maybe number 58, rather.
This is huge right now for Wahoo because I don't think a field goal is guaranteed here. They get a stop. You keep it touchdown. Got to get a stop, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they kick it on 4th.
So that's going to move the football back to the 12-yard line. 3rd down and goal from the 12. They'll flip the formation. Borer will be lined up behind Hank Hudson on the left, or excuse me, Fogelman. Hank Hudson on the right side, 2 wideouts top. Fogelman throws towards the end zone. It's incomplete. Both guys fell down, but now it's going to bring up 4th down and goal from the 12.
Got to go for it.
And it looks like they're going to bring
try
on
and kick it.
Potentially the field goal unit.
It surprises me.
Fogelman does do the kicking duties as well.
Kind of surprises me here.
So this is going to be a 27-yard field goal from exactly the middle of the field into the wind. Boone Central trying to extend their lead to 9 if they can connect on a 27-yard field goal attempt into the wind. James Fogelman will be the kicker. Wahoo somewhat playing back a little bit in case of a fake. Snap down, the kick is up, and it is blocked by Wahoo. Jumped on by Boone Central, but Wahoo gets a momentum play on a blocked field goal, and a turnover turns into 0 points for Boone Central.
Yeah, I think if you're the head coach there, you're second-guessing yourself there. I think after watching the extra point down at the south end, I didn't think that they could probably make a field goal against the wind. I think you take a shot at the end zone there and take your chances.
And so now the ball will be placed at the 17-yard line for Wahoo, going towards the south. The wind is at their back. 2 wideouts each side. Running back to the right hip. Looking right is Kaminsky. Quick pass out right side. Ooh. It's incomplete.
Wow.
Hit on the play by number 7, Brogan Benish. Bordovsky was lined up to the right of Kaminsky there. 10:54 to go, 4th quarter. 2nd down and 10. After a blocked field goal, kept it at 6-0. The Boone Central Cardinals with a lead.
So Dave from Fullerton says that we need to watch The Undefeated with John Wayne and Rock Hudson. It's a must-see movie.
I got to watch it then.
We know how much you watch movies.
I hate them. 2nd down and 10. Okay, that was harsh. I don't hate them.
He's just not a fan of movies.
Yeah, maybe it's the attention span thing. 2nd down and 10. Kaminsky rolls to his left, getting pressured off the edge. Lofts one up for no man's land, and it's deflected out of bounds. Nice play defensively by Parker Borer on the outside. And Kaminsky's pass, it got lobbed up. I think he saw that Hank Hudson was coming right at him, and he got a little nervous.
At first, I looked to see if the wind changed directions the way it floated up there, but then I saw why the pass was fluttering like it was. Hank was coming.
So 3rd down and 10. Ball is on the 17-yard line. 10:48 to play, 4th quarter. But it's 3rd down. Empty shotgun set now, though. Motion. Kip Brigham. Kaminska back to pass. Throws across his body, across the middle, and the pass is dropped. It was thrown a little behind the intended receiver, Jace Stayskill. But unable to haul in the pass across the middle. It wasn't necessarily poorly thrown. It was a little behind
Yeah, I was
him.
behind him.
But he got both hands and arms on it.
It's one that, you look back and you probably should, at least make the catch, but it was behind him. Big thanks to IQ Crew for listening today. We appreciate you, bro. Hank Hudson, future black shirt. You never know.
That's
Never
what IQ
know.
Crew says. Now we're going to have
false start,
a penalty
legal
flag. I
substitution.
think it's a legal substitution on Wahoo. It sure is.
Yep.
So that'll move it back a couple yards, and they'll have to kick with the wind at their back, certainly still, but 4th and 15 from the 12. So, man, I mean, if you're Wahoo, you're a little disappointed. You couldn't get a single yard after a potential momentum-shifting play of a blocked field goal.
We're going to see an 88-yard punt here with the wind at his back.
We'll see what happens here. Is it's from the 12-yard line. Good snap. And the kick is away. Low line drive. Kicked, bounces at the 38. Now takes a friendly Wahoo bounce inside the Boone Central 45 and down at the 42-yard line. So that is where Boone Central now takes over. 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line, trying to extend their 6-0 lead. It was a 46-yard punt by Caden Christian. And we'll see James Fogelman back out there. Fogelman on the day, 5 for 11, 63 yards through the air, no touchdowns, 1 INT. On the ground, Fogelman, 13 carries, 42 rushing yards, while his partner in crime, Parker Borer, 20 carries, 41 rushing yards, and a touchdown. I formation, one wide out to the far side. They'll turn, fake the handoff. Fogelman keeps it, and he gets spun around at the 45-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play, makes it 2nd down and 7. We're inside 10.5 minutes to go here in the C-1 title game. I mentioned both these coaches with over 20 years head coaching experience at their school. Mark Hudson been at Boone Central for 21 years, while Chad Fox has been at Wahoo for 21. 9:55 to go, 4th quarter. 2nd down and 7 from the 45-yard line for Boone Central. I formation, they completely flipped it, and they run the same play. Fogelman goes nowhere, stuffed about a yard after a yard gain. Fumble on the play, but I think they're going to blow it. They're going to blow it dead. And so they're going to say Fogelman was down, or at least progress had been stopped. So at the 46-yard line, that's where it'll be 3rd down and 6. Yep, that's the explanation. So once again, 2:45 p.m. today, we'll have the C2 title game between Norfolk Catholic and Ord. And at 7:15 p.m., Class A between Omaha West Side and Elkhorn South. I formation, one wide out, far side. Fullback in the game is Hank Hudson. 9:05 to play, 4th quarter, and I think we're going to have a stoppage in play because I don't think the play clock reset. But Boone Central is going to have to use a timeout with 9:02 to go in the 4th quarter. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second breather with them. We'll be back ahead of this 3rd and 6 play for Boone Central right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Boone Central leads 6-0 over the Wahoo Warriors. Boone Central, the number 2 seed in Class C1. Wahoo, the number 1 seed. But when you look at these teams, they're so evenly matched that they could be reversed or seeds could just be thrown out. Wahoo, just 78 total yards of offense. Fogelman keeps it on a quarterback draw. He's going to have the 1st down, cuts upfield, and fumble on the play, recovered by Wahoo. Wahoo jumped on it, as I believe Fogelman fumbled the football. They're trying to take guys off of the pile. We're waiting for the official call, but it looked like Wahoo jumped on it. just past the first down marker. Guys are waiting for the official signal, and it looks like Wahoo may have it, and they do. The Wahoo Warriors force a fumble as they forced it out of the midst of James Fogelman, and Wahoo gets a big play for the second possession in a row, and they force a fumble, and Wahoo's going to get this ball at their own 48-yard line.
Those piles, they get a little crazy because when it first happened, it looked like clearly Wahoo ball, but then after trying to pull them off,
it was a clear recovery by Sam Edmonds of Wahoo on the fumble by Fogelman. So now 1st and 10 for Wahoo with 8:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Warriors trailing by 6, and they just have 78 total yards of offense all day long. They'll motion a guy from bottom to top, now handed off Bordofsky, and he goes nowhere. 1 yard gain, if that, on the play by Noah Bordofsky on his 14th carry of today's game. Hank Hudson once again in on the stop. He now is in the double-digit tackle area as Hank Hudson with, I should say, 9 tackles, so one shy of double-digit tackles.
I think he gets 10.
I would say so. 8:17 to go, 2nd down and 9 from the 49. One wide out near side. Now they'll motion into a wildcat type of formation. Number 14, Logan Lacey, will take the snap. He'll have it right side. Lacey trying to bounce off guys, unable to do so, and he'll be tackled near the 50-yard line. May have gotten a gain of 1 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 8 from right at midfield.
I think if Wahoo has any chance at winning this game right now, they're going to have to find some sort of passing game, something underneath, just something. This Boone Central run defense is crazy good.
Not a single sack on the day for Boone Central, but man, they have applied the pressure. As empty shotgun set, they'll motion Bordofsky from top to bottom. Kaminska back to pass, throws one downfield in double coverage. It's through the hands of number 13, Sam Markson. It was in a spot, as we'll see on the replay here at the stadium, it was in a spot where Markson could have come down with it.
It was really good coverage by Boone Central there, but the quarterback, he drops it right in there. It
was a real nice throw by Jace Kaminska. And it goes through the hands of Sam Markson. And now Wahoo's going to have to punt it back to Boone Central with 7:19 to play in the fourth.
Man, that was a good throw.
So good snap on the punt. The kick is away. It looked like it was off the side of the foot, but inside the 20-yard line and out of bounds at the 18. So before Boone Central takes over on offense, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Class C-1 championship game on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
So Nick Sainert, Chris Raff back with you from Memorial Stadium. 7 minutes and 13 seconds remain in quarter number 4 here in Class C1 title game. Boone Central leads 6-0 over the Wahoo Warriors. Both these teams undefeated. Wahoo searching for their first title since 2019. Need to get a stop on defense. Borer runs it for Boone Central. Gets it up to the 20-yard line, 2-yard gain.
Thanks, Harold, for listening. We appreciate you listening. It's always cool to hear from the listeners.
Boone Central looking for their first title since 2014. They were runners-up in 2017, but has not won a title since 2014. So 2nd down and 8 from the 20-yard line. 6.5 to go, fourth quarter. Toss out left side. Borer with a lot of running room across the 30-yard line. Jumps one guy and gets thrown down at the 35-yard line. Signals the first down, and he gets a nice gain of about 14, 15 yards for a Boone Central first down.
I know we still got 6 minutes left, but you got to start thinking if you're Wahoo, being every play is pretty much a run going against the wind, that this clock's going to start ticking down fairly quickly. So you definitely need to get a stop here on this next 3.
Wahoo does have 3 timeouts. Borer lined up behind Fogelman. They'll motion a guy from left to right. Now send 3 blockers cutting back up. Reversing field is Fogelman, and he gets immediately shut down. But a nice job by Fogelman. How about that, ref? Where they had 3 blockers out in front of Fogelman, there was no room. There was not a single yard of breathing room or anywhere to go. So Fogelman reversed course, went across the left hash mark and back towards the near side numbers, and he got 3 or 4 yards on first down. So that brings up 2nd down and 6 now from the 39-yard line. Hudson to the right, Borer to the back hip. They'll run the same kind of motion. Now hand it off. Borer up the middle. And watch out across the 50-yard line. Here goes Borer across the 30, inside the 20. Parker Borer, he will score. No penalty markers. And Boone Central takes a 2-possession lead with 5:17 to go in the 4th quarter.
I hate to bring up bad memories for Nebraska Cornhusker fans, but kind of looked like Lydell Carr taking the fullback motion off the wishbone. Man, I just had bad memories of Oklahoma run through my head.
Parker Borer was able to make one guy miss, and he took it to the house 61 yards.
Man, great play scheme there, the way they had the left side wing going or take the underneath handoff and the fullback. That was a great play.
So now Boone Central will try for the 2-point conversion. They'll turn. Rolling to the right is Fogelman, looking back his left way, trying to evade pressure and watch out.
Oh, my.
As Bogelman took a hit from number 5, Eli Shada. Fogelman has his head down as he walks to the sideline.
Oh, my.
As you could tell from Raf's expression as well.
The crowd. I heard the crowd go, ooh.
But as you could tell from Raf's expression, he got laid out. As Fogelman, I mean, here's the thing. You're fortunate to get up, and we'll get another look at this. But Fogelman, as that's the touchdown run. But, man, what a hit by Eli Shada. And nonetheless, with 5:17 to go in the 4th quarter, it is 12-0 Boone Central.
Here it is, Nick.
Just a
roll into his right.
Rolls to his right, tries reverse course. Just doesn't have a chance.
Man. It's crazy when how many people do you think are here today? 4,000 or 5,000 maybe?
4,000 or 5,000, yeah.
And I heard that ooh that you usually hear when there's a big hit that Nebraska makes. Wow.
So with 5:17 to go in the 4th quarter, Parker Borer now up to 23 carries, 119 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day for Boone Central. Wahoo still with 3 timeouts, and they'll get the ball back. It's a low squib fielded by the up back at the 25-yard line. Going left side, has a little bit of running room across the 30. Now reverses course back to across the 35-yard line and down at the 37. And that's where Wahoo will set up shop. On the return, it was number 19, Josh Edmonds. So 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line for Jace Kaminska and company.
Got to go to a quick passing game here. If you can get out of here with scoring and trying to get out with some timeouts remaining, that would be ideal here. But this defense of Boone Central, they have been on it all day long. So Wahoo's got their work cut out for them here.
So 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go. 4th quarter, 12-0 Boone Central. They'll run a little reverse. Nice hole up the middle for Wahoo as he barrels his way forward across the 1st down marker. And I believe move the chains as that's a 10-yard gain on the play by number 31, Harrison Krieger. So a nice little play design there as they initially handed it off to Brodowski, who then handed it off back the other way to Krieger. He gets his way forward to the 47-yard line for a gain of 10. 1st down for Wahoo. Tackle made on the play by guess who? Parker Borer. They'll have one wideout each side. One guy on an island at the bottom. Now a little bit of a direct snap to Bordowski, dragging defenders across the 50-yard line and that's where he'll be marked down at, is at the 50. Direct snap to Noah Bordovsky. And so it's going to be 2nd down and 7. (12-0) Boone Central with a 2-possession lead. 4:08 to play, fourth quarter. Shotgun set. Bordovsky in the backfield to the left hip of Kaminska. Ball's placed at the 50-yard line. They'll fake the handoff to Bordovsky. Looking downfield, taking a shot downfield. There was a receiver ran over, looking for a penalty marker. No flag is called as number 5, Eli Shada, was knocked down at the 20-yard line. The pass ended up being knocked incomplete at the 10. So during his route, Shada just got knocked down and no penalty marker on the play. Pass falls incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7. Look like.
Yeah, it kind of got tangled up there. Probably wouldn't throw a flag on that. It wasn't.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 from the 50-yard line. 12-0, Boone Central with a 2-possession lead. They'll motion a guy from top to bottom, fake the handoff, and now looking downfield. Kaminska steps up, evading pressure, nowhere to go. Number 54 and number 50 for Boone Central, Trent Patzel and Nathaniel Werner. They're able to stop Kaminska for a loss on the play, and at 4th down and 17, Wahoo's just going to punt this one away with 3:24 to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you punt here or not. I think you almost have to go for it here. Just for the time, you only got 3:15 left. And now you've just called a timeout.
Yeah,
so
now you must be going for it.
I think you've got to go for it here.
All right, let's go ahead and step aside as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds with a 4th down and 17 play for Wahoo as they trail 12-0. It's in stressful times for the Wahoo Warriors offense right now. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
Now back to high school football on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So out of the Wahoo timeout, it'll be 4th down and 17. Wahoo now has sent their offense back on the field, trips out to the near side. They'll send Bordovsky in motion, fake the handoff, rolling to the right is Kaminska, getting pressured off the edge, chucks it downfield. The pass is going to be tipped, and it falls incomplete. And the celebration is starting for Boone Central with 3:08 to play in the fourth quarter, and they're up 12-0, and they take over on downs.
I thought for a second there they might have something the way the Wahoo receiver came back for it, but defense, Boone Central, it's been there all day. And once again, looks like that might be enough to get them a state championship.
And so Jace Kaminski, tough day throwing the ball, 4 of 13, 24 yards. No touchdowns and 1 INT. For a guy that's thrown it really well this season, Jace Kaminski is now quarterback keeper, and Fogelman just has to surrender as the pressure was coming off the edge from Wahoo.
That reminded me of the old crossbuck back in the day, all the older people out there. But that play definitely was a crossbuck.
So 2nd down and 12 from the 42-yard line. Fogelman with Borer behind him, Hank Hudson to his right. They'll motion a guy. They'll send 3 blockers right side. Borer with the ball, trying to get to the edge, and a great tackle made from behind by number 20 for Wahoo, Barrett LaValle. And it looks like Wahoo's going to burn their second timeout here prior to the 3rd down play. So just giving you a program update. We'll send it back to the studio at the conclusion of this game after Raph and I kind of put the bow on it with the post-game show. And we'll send it back to the studio to Jake or to Bach and Rico and potentially Austin. And then you'll be back out towards Memorial Stadium at around 2:30 p.m. for the Class C2 title game between Norfolk Catholic and Ord. And then obviously at the conclusion of that one, we'll pick things up with Old School. We're at the conclusion of that one. And then at 7:15 p.m., it'll be myself and Amon Green on the call for the Class A title game between Omaha West Side and Elkhorn South. So 12-0 the score. Boone Central leads by 2 possessions here in Class C1. Out of the Wahoo timeout, have 3rd down and 11 from the Wahoo 41-yard line. They'll just flip the play, turn, hand a little counter or misdirection. Borer makes 2 guys miss, makes another guy miss, still dragging defenders across the 35-yard line, and is taken down at the 34. So now Wahoo will have to probably burn their 3rd timeout, I would imagine.
Yep.
But here's
not.
the thing. Boone Central will probably just go for it on 4th down here, I would imagine.
Yep, definitely.
So Wahoo neglecting or electing not to take their 3rd timeout, I should say.
This is pretty much here. If they get it here, it's over.
You really feel like Wahoo, I mean, even if a miracle happens, won't be able to stop the clock enough.
Yeah.
With 90 seconds remaining. Boone Central will take a timeout with 1 second on the play clock. And now it's decision time for head coach Mark Hudson. But celebration has begun, as you can hear at Memorial Stadium. Boone Central on their way to win their first state championship in a few years. Boone Central hasn't won a title since the year 2014. They were runner-up in 2012 and 2017 in their now today 4th appearance in the state championship game. They're going to win their 2nd. Wahoo, in their 2nd state championship appearance as a program, they won it in 2019, but now for the first time will be the runner-up, barring an absolute miracle. How about this? Parker Borer on the season, 237 carries, 2,000 rushing yards, and 27 touchdowns for Parker Borer, the running back for Boone Central. Unbelievable 2023 campaign there for the senior running back, listed at 5'10", 180 pounds.
2,000 yards. That's huge.
So now 4th and 4. 4th down and 4 from the 34-yard line. 1:24 to go. Boone Central going for it, trying to put the nail in the coffin as Fogelman will run out to the left side. Fogelman gets wrapped up from behind, and he loses a couple. It's a turnover on downs, and Wahoo will take over with 1:16 to play in the 4th quarter.
Touchdown, onside kick.
We'll see what happens.
Touchdown.
I may have jinxed it.
Is there a miracle in Memorial Stadium?
I may have jinxed it.
The way Boone Central's played defense all day long, though, I got to think this is probably going to be a Boone Central victory, but never say never. Never say never.
So 1:16 to go, 4th quarter. Shotgun set for Jace Kaminsky. 1st down and 10. Kaminsky back to pass, rolls out to his right, getting blitzed off the edge, throws across his body, and somehow it's almost hauled in, but then it falls incomplete. The farther receiver downfield, number 19, Josh Edmonds, almost hauled it in, and the pass was not intended for him, but then it goes through his hands as he hits the turf. So now 2nd down and 10, 1:09 to play, 4th quarter. 12-0 Boone Central here in the Class C1 title game. Kaminsky back to pass, evades pressure, getting taken down from behind, and he goes down for the sack. May have lost the football, and it's a turnover as Boone Central strips it from behind from the midst of Kaminsky, and they'll take over at the 31-yard line. Wahoo can only stop the clock once, And Boone Central are going to be your 2023 Class C1 champions.
And I know, like, right now it's upsetting for Wahoo, but remember at the beginning of the game how we talked about they've got a young core of players. So once again, it's one of these things where you can use it as fire, come back again next year. Jace Kaminsky's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
So it hurts now, but man, you definitely can use this as fire for next year.
So Fogelman will just take a knee in a game that was 0-0 at the break.
You can't say enough about the Boone Central defense today.
No. Even the Wahoo defense, for that matter.
Just great games, both games on defense. Wahoo, I think they had the one breakdown on the touchdown run, but man, other than that, both teams, but Boone Central definitely pitching a shutout.
So they'll kneel it one more time, and there it is. Boone Central is going to be your Class C1 state champions for the first time since 2014.
Ooh.
Boone Central. The Cardinals are your Class C1 state champions as they defeat the number 1 seed, the Wahoo Warriors 12-0. And this game, Raf, as we transition to the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln post-game show, visit their new and used view their new and used inventory online at LAPSLincoln.com. Here's the thing. This game was everything we could have imagined. It was a 12-0 score, yes. Wahoo could not get anything going on offense. Oh, Boone Central, for that matter, couldn't get a whole lot going on offense. They ended up finishing the game with just 76 yards on offense, did the Wahoo Warriors. Wahoo only allowed 63 passing yards. However, Parker Bohr just slowly wore them down throughout the point of the game. Parker Bohr finishes 25 carries, 127 yards, and 2 touchdowns here in the Class C1 title game. And Boone Central, for the first time since 2017, has the opportunity to hoist the trophy in Class C1.
It was a great defensive game. Now you begin to wonder, where does Boone Central, that defense, rate up in maybe the annals of history of Nebraska high school football? I mean, 58 points the entire
63
year?
63 now total.
63.
I mean, even Wahoo finishes the season only allowing, 70 total points all season long?
That is incredible.
I mean, if we want to talk about averages here, we can quickly do the math. 63 points allowed divided by 13 games, 4 points per game on average. Boone Central allowed, even for Wahoo, 70 divided by 13, 5 points per game allowed from the Wahoo Warriors defense. I mean, just unbelievable and stout defensive performances this season from both of these teams. Congratulations to the Boone Central Cardinals on a 2023 Class C1 state championship victory. Wahoo, I'm sure we'll see them again as they have a lot of young talent, obviously at quarterback in Jace Kaminsky. Noah Brodowski at the running back position will be returning next year. And the Wahoo Warriors should certainly not hang their head after a season that they finish with a 12-1 record. Once again, your final score from the Class C1 title game, the Boone Central Cardinals are your 2023 champions with a 12-0 victory over the Wahoo Warriors. Don't go anywhere. We'll send it back to the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 11th and O Street for a couple hours or so while we get ready for Class C2 as Norfolk Catholic will get ready to battle Ord in Class C2 at 2:45. Join me and Raf for the pregame at 2:30 right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Huge thanks to Jake Buckoven for running things back in the studio. But for Chris Raff, I'm Nick Sainert saying so long for now from Memorial Stadium. Boone Central is your Class C1 state champions with a 12-0 victory over the Wahoo Warriors right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Babe, pack your bags. We're going to Vegas.
Vegas?
We just got the estimate from the wedding caterer, and we're going to have to elope.
Actually, Members Owned Credit Union is offering no-fee home equity lines of credit. We can borrow what we need with equity from the house.
Wait, so we can keep the bacon-wrapped dates for the cocktail hour?
We can keep the bacon-wrapped dates. From wedding bells to trekking the globe and everything in between, capture your dreams your way with a no-fee Members Owned Credit Union home equity line of credit. Learn more at membersownedheloc.org. Limitations may apply. Equal housing lender.
As the chief buffet